Hey,
I just
do they
read your
still
text
do that?
message.
So when I was a kid, big Braves fan, Atlanta Braves fan. I remember I used to 1992, 93, Atlanta Braves at their absolute hottest.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, I have
Ooh.
much different memories of this, and I've shared this story with you. I don't know if I've ever shared it publicly, but
Bring it
in
on.
1992, my family, sadly for them, were huge Pittsburgh Pirates fans.
Oh.
If the Pittsburgh Pirates would have won the National League championship, my dad, Big Dale, had World Series tickets, and the Braves beat the Pittsburgh Pirates. And my dad, who never got mad when I was a kid, he went in the bathroom and started cursing. And we heard a loud smash, and we all went running into the downstairs bathroom, and he had punched the sink and just destroyed the sink. So then he was double mad because he had to buy a new sink and he didn't get to go to the World Series. So as a kid growing up, when they would do the and they would wave the chop, he would do it with the middle finger. Oh, fuck you.
So you were on the opposite spectrum of where I was.
So we hated the with David Justice and Maddox and all those guys were hated in our household.
Well, and now that you live in Atlanta,
they were big Atlanta stars. They're big Atlanta legends still.
Well, there's just so much to unpack with that there because so now that I am grown, I have a family, I have children of my own. I understand that with your dad go crazy and so angry about that, what he was a father that is so busy at work.
He needed an outlet, man.
And so busy at home that you get lost. You get lost and you think you have to submerge yourself into sports, which is the most.
Well, you think about that. It was 1992, so I would have been I'd be 8 years old. Dustin would have been about 5.
Yeah.
And he's rising up through the ranks at work. He's got a young wife.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot for a man.
It's a lot, but
we know.
He can lose himself for a little bit in the Pittsburgh Pirates, and
that's why people like wrestling. Suspension of their disbelief.
I grew up in Nashville, North Carolina, just a massive Braves fan. Look at the tangent we just went on. Welcome, Talking Shop. You got the machine gun here.
You got the big LG. You've got the Fink. Actually, that was Paul Bearer. I've been talking like Paul Bearer lately. Oh, yeah.
Hey, and how come there's not any I'm not getting any clickbait from the fact that I said the Motor City Machine Guns just stole my name. Snatched it.
When did you say that?
I said it a couple times ago. But I mean, I've said it for years. They stole it back in 2006 for crying out loud.
Oh, I mean, let's get some clickbait going. Machine Gun Karl Anderson sidelined with a horrific shoulder injury. Claims right here, live on Talking Shop, that the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, legendary tag team through TNA, New Japan, all over the world, now in WWE, just lost the tag team championships. We have a real beef. We've declared it here. They did steal Karl Anderson's name. Let's get that out there.
Yeah, this is a legal issue. To be honest,
that's what it is. I'm going to call Michael Dawkins, the Gimmick attorney, about this. Maybe.
Yeah, it's built. Here's the thing: is they didn't just steal it recently. I'm very happy for them. Very proud of them to come on.
We love those guys. They're great.
Good for them. Yes, but they stole my name. I mean, years ago.
Has the thievery weighed on you for years?
The thievery's weighed on me for years. We've had a lot of talks about it.
So let's go deeper into this for real. Now I've got to do a little research here. When did the Motor City Machine Guns become the Motor City Machine Guns? And when did the Machine Gun Karl Anderson become the Machine Gun Karl Anderson? And where does podcast legend Jake the Machine Davis fall into?
I'll say this. I became the Machine Gun Karl Anderson in 2006. Now I'll say this now.
Well, buddy, listen, I'm your partner for life in every way possible. Take that however you want. Originally forming a team in Pro Wrestling 01 in 2006, Shelley and Sabin have worked together on and off ever since.
As
I need to know what month this took place.
Well, I'll say this now.
Okay.
They got famous before me, so
So that, maybe they have the rights to it technically.
No, they don't have the rights to it because I just had to sign a contract that allowed them to use the rights.
Oh, really? Did you really? That's fucking hilarious.
Because I also could care less. Hey, this guy, listen.
Oh,
Carl Anderson.
How did I not know that you had to sign you had to sign over the legalities of the name?
Because all the stuff we've done so much that we've just don't listen. Hey, this guy wants to use your name. This guy wants to be Karl Anderson. This guy wants to use Machine Gun. Do you guys mind? Listen, I don't care. Just give me my money.
Give me the money. The whole industry's took our good brother term, and it's just a wrestling piece of lingo now, a piece of terminology like heel, baby face, shoot, work, angle, good brother.
I don't care what you do. I don't care what happens. Just continue my check coming in so that I can keep investing money into XRP and Bitcoin. How excited are you? Metals. How excited are you for this bull run that Bitcoin is about to go on?
God, Bitcoin's about to explode, my man. I woke up. I can't really tell you exactly what I did when I woke up because
that's fine.
We couldn't air it.
Oh yeah, I already know.
So if I woke up at 5, say it 5:11.
Yeah.
The first thing I did was look at my Coinbase and see if anything ran while I was sleeping. Because you got to worry when you're like us now. You got to wake up when your eyes open. You open the app and you check the prices.
Yeah, it's not so much worrying. It's just something that we're interested.
But it's something we're highly interested in. And you need to know too, like, hey, do I need to be moving some things around and buying? Was there a big dip last night?
Yeah, there were.
Or did we run last night, baby?
So what is your investing advice for the week for the people?
I think that as you watch the media try to spin it again and turn on the whole Bitcoin revolution, if you see it dip, buy what you can afford and hold it. It's a new bank. It's a new financial system. And as all the influencers say, we're not financial advisors. Just do your own research. But that's what I believe.
I will say this. I bought United Airlines at $58.
I mean, you're a stock genius now.
It is today, which was maybe it closed on Friday.
It was 110, right?
Yesterday? It was 110. It was 110 at one point, but right now, currently,
come on, baby.
Currently, it's at 107. Like that is it's not almost a 100% gain.
Well, before we make this a complete financial cast, I need to ask you one more question before we move on into what I'm sure is a slew of delicious emails. Yeah. So we have learned this stuff in the last we've really poured ourselves into it the last probably 8 months, right?
Oh yeah.
So now we come to this crossroads because I was having this conversation with somebody about this yesterday. They say you take the emotion out of it, especially the crypto. But you with this United Airlines stock, you told me off air you would like to take some profit and do what? Buy some Bitcoin, probably, correct? So do you pull the trigger? How do you feel about pulling the trigger? Are you emotionally invested in your pick, or do you say the hell with it? You take out your initial investment, you throw it in the Bitcoin, and you just hope that United continues to ride, or do you leave it? I know you research and say, what's a buy, what's a hold, what's a sell? What are you going to do?
Zero emotions, emotionless.
That's where you got to be. See, I'm already emotionally connected to my Bitcoin. I love it.
Now I do, because I believe in it. If you sit and read, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if you read a lot about something, if someone, I already know right now, I can feel it right now, that someone listening right now hears the word Bitcoin and they think, oh God, here we go. They did
a giant eye roll and they're like, I wish they'd talk about wrestling.
And the first thing they say is, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
It's know, but that's what we used to say though. And we're mad at ourselves that we said that. I'll say it publicly. I remember Elias in the locker room years ago talking about Bitcoin. We're going, what is this guy talking about? And now Elias is probably sitting in a golden throne similar to mine, but made of real gold. Who knows?
Once you just sit down and read it. And I mean, if you're sitting and scrolling on Instagram and you're watching a bunch of really stupid things, just take that 20 minutes that you would be scrolling really stupid things and start scrolling Bitcoin things. And you're going to go, huh? I mean, and then all of a sudden something else is going to flip. Then it's going to go, something else is going to flip. And you're going to go, huh. Then you think, I don't have enough money to put it into that. And then it's like, but you
do.
probably do.
You don't need a lot of money to put into it. You just need to start.
You probably just take a $50, $100, and then watch it turn into $125. And then it's like, oh, hold on a second. This is very interesting.
And then I was reading all these influencers saying it's inevitable crash to zero. That ain't happening. These people, MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor and all these politicians, and they're not letting it crash to zero. That's all hyperbole.
I hope it crashes to zero because then I'll buy it.
And then I'm going to buy, I'm going to buy so much of it, and then it's going to raise again. But anyway.
And we started figuring out, and I wish somebody would clickbait this. We started figuring it out back when you were talking to Elias, and we started throwing it in here very slow. We weren't really paying a lot of attention to it. And we
our initial XRP.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, and people, I don't think people understand that.
You got to think about this. 2017 was the XRP high, and I'm sorry for those who don't understand what we're talking about, but $3.17, and then it crashed and stayed dormant for years. But when we came back into it, we were buying it for what, less than 50 cents, something like that.
The Good Brothers are just, the Good Brothers are close to starting their own TV channel.
Hey, don't say that live on the air.
We're close to starting our own promotion. We probably
let's get to some emails.
Anyways, just keep an eye on it. Watch if XRP goes to a couple more dollars, you're gonna go, oh boy, it's gonna be Good Brothers.
All of a sudden, Casa de Gallows turns into Island de Gallows, and we just hope there's no hurricane.
Good Brothers WF is rocking. Goodness gracious.
Good Brothers Bodybuilding Federation. I can see it now.
Talking Shop, TALKNSHOP, Good Brothers at gmail.com. Talking Shop, TALKNSHOP, Good Brothers at gmail.com. Email the team. The team will sift through it and send it to me for me to read it. This is from Bradley Tipton. Dating advice for an Asheville lifer is the subject.
Wow. Thanks, BT. This is going to be a Karl Anderson
Bradley
question,
Tipton.
I have to say something. Here we go, Tipton. Let's see. Bradley Tipton, you're already in the tip game. Let's see what you got to say about dating. Let's
Season greetings, good brother Karl and good brother Gallows.
Season's greetings, Brad.
First time emailer here. I recently, parentheses almost 2 years ago, got out of a 4-year relationship.
Oh, well then congratulations, pal.
That has seemingly crippled my desire to date again.
Said relationship.
In full transparency, it also crippled my confidence. But I'm trying to get back in the saddle, if you know what I mean.
You got to get back up to the plate, Bradley. Take a few swings.
I've pursued the dating. Gallows and I have very different views on this, but we'll get to this in the end here. I've pursued the dating apps and have had several matches, but can't seem to muster up the nerve to follow through with these dates, mainly because I'm not much of a romantic, and the idea of meeting someone new for the first time gives me anxiety and stresses me out. I feel that, brother.
Brad, I got to talk to you off the air, pal.
Do the Good Brothers have any stellar dating advice for someone trying to branch out of their comfort zone just as myself? And Karl, as a fellow Western North Carolina native, do you know any go-to first date spots in Asheville, North Carolina? Wishing you a speedy recovery, Machine Gun. And also, tell Goldberg Gallows to keep squashing those jabronis and the dark match jobbers. Much love, fellas. Bradley T. A lot to unpack here. Dating advice from...
I'll say this out of the gate because I think you need to give this guy a little bit of a deep dive. Being an Asheville legend, one of Asheville's most famous residents, you're going to have to do that. But I will say this. It goes back to a movie we think is very funny, Step Brothers. Like, just like you can't do a job interview as a team. One thing I learned when I first became single many years ago before I met my beautiful shoot doctor wife was this. You can't be out on the road, Brad. I know this doesn't apply to you, but it applied to me a couple times. You can't be out on the road, set up a date with a new girl, bring your best buddy along, and then just talk to him the entire time. It really ruins the date. You're going to have to get out there by yourself. But anyway, what's your real analysis here?
I don't know what kind of analysis that just was.
I just remember all those times I went into a restaurant with you, and I'm like, "Oh, there's my date," and she's like, why are there two of you?"
And I'm thinking, why is this person? And
I
I'm
don't
thinking,
know.
Why did you do this to me, guys?
Why did I not tell anybody about the other person?
Well, here's something that I would say for sure. How long have you been, on this road of singleness? But I'm going to say
2 years.
Here's what's okay. Yeah, 2 years. Recently, almost 2 years ago. Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Here's what I believe. My advice right out the gate is I think, don't worry about the dating apps. Don't worry about going on dates. Don't worry about all that stuff. I think it's like this. Just find a routine that you yourself love to do. For example, just say you get up early in the morning, you do all your workouts, you watch something about Bitcoin or whatever interests you. You go to work, you come home, you go sit in a sauna, you find all these things that you love to do, and then get this crazy routine that it only includes you. Do that for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, a year, and just find yourself and become like best friends with yourself. And then everything else will start to follow. And then you'll start to feel this confidence, this own inner confidence of like, I'm good. And then all of a sudden, maybe you bump into somebody and it's like, whoa, okay, cool. And then maybe after, you get all this crazy confidence, you've got this routine, then you can start popping onto these apps that, didn't exist when we were coming up.
Where in the hell are you getting this advice from? You didn't tell me anything near like this.
Hold on. I told you a lot of things.
Anything like that. Not one thing.
You had a very different mindset.
It worked out in the end.
Okay. Gallows is a very different
not
mindset.
The Good Brothers
Gallows I already know Gallows' advice. Get on the app, swipe right, meet every single person you possibly can, and that's it. And that now I think I think with you said
here's my advice. You're single, enjoy yourself. Good.
For sure. But I promise you, if you just find an awesome routine for just that you figure out with yourself, find yourself, all the other stuff will start to come into.
You've got to love yourself, Brad Tipton. You've got to love yourself.
And downtown Asheville, North Carolina has some of the greatest spots.
If you were going to be single, that's a wonderful place to do it, I would imagine, right?
Just walk around. There's UNC, you got UNCA, UNC Asheville, Mars Hill College is up the road. 45 minutes away, you got Western Carolina. There's you got
your favorite place, Belshare.
Belshare has been eliminated. There's no Belshare. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Belshare's been done for like 20 years or something.
Yeah. Anyway, don't listen to me. I don't know.
Don't listen to him.
Meet up with the Machine Gun's dad. He's an Asheville legend. You'll see him strolling around town.
Bradley Tipton, we appreciate your email. I hope you're doing well. Find yourself, my friend. You'll be okay.
Find yourself, Bradley Tipton.
Tyler Benoit.
Here we go.
He says, boys, hearing you read my previous email caused me to burst out in laughter while doing cardio. So the people next to me looked at me like a freak.
Well, that happens to me every day.
By tests, I just meant that Big LG was looking mighty jacked. So the Fed may have been showing up to his door to see what he's consuming.
That's just fucking checking breasts.
Not just looking for hot dogs, if you know what I mean.
Hot dogs.
Just trying to pop the boys. Even though you didn't understand, I still feel my mission was accomplished.
I feel like we understand.
I'd love to hear more.
Dead horse.
I'd love to hear more of the experience filming Heels. If you boys watched the show, Hoot Out. LG, how was your experience filming Heels?
I thought it was really fun. The funniest thing to come out of that we've covered on here. We were supposed to be filming Talking Shop Mania 2, and that was one of my shooting days, so I just missed the entire day of shooting at my house with 40 wrestlers there, and you guys had to hold the bag, but I appreciate it, and we still got it finished when I got home late that night. But I'll tell you what, they treated me great. It wasn't like a big featured role, but I would get there in the morning, put my gear on. They would send me over to catering, and then I'd go literally lay down in my own trailer all day. The only thing was I had to be laying there with, wrestling tights on and knee pads and boots and all that. But I literally just laid in an air-conditioned trailer all day long. They'd come and go, hey, we need you to come do this wrestling scene. And I'd go, great. And I'd get up and do a little stretch, and I'd go in there and do it. And then I'd go lay right back down. It was awesome.
Talking Shop on all podcast platforms. Tell your friends as we move up the charts, because we're just like kind of how we are in wrestling. We move up the charts a little bit, then we get the rug pulled out from under us. So I feel like we start moving up the podcast charts. And people like, I can't believe they're moving back up again. Let's yank out of here.
Hey, here's a funny story about Heels.
Yeah.
I didn't intend to be on Heels. Our buddy, God rest his soul, independent legend Frankie Chiazzo asked me one day, hey, can I stay at your house? I'm doing an audition in Atlanta. And I said, of course, come to my house, spend the night, go to your audition. Well, next day I had nothing to do, and my wife was out doing something. The kids were doing something. I was just at the house bored. So I got up and worked out, and he goes, okay, I'm going to my audition. Can I come back tonight? I said, of course. And I go, you know what? I'll just ride with you. I didn't even know what it was. So I rode along with Frankie Chiazzo, and then we got to this parking lot. He's like, yeah, this is a wrestling show. I go, oh, that's cool. Then I saw a bunch of local wrestlers I know outside. Then I saw WCW legend Glacier, and I started talking to Glacier. And then he goes, well, why don't you come in and audition? I go, I don't know. All right. Next thing you know, I was in there bumping and feeding. And then Frankie goes, you're going to get the part, and I'm not. And I go, I don't know about that, bud. And then that's exactly what happened. So anytime Heels came up around Frankie, I felt terrible about it.
I can't believe that Frankie has passed away.
I can't either. I miss him all the time. I was just in Tampa, and I was like, man, first thing I do on the way to Tampa is hit up Frankie. But anyway.
Yeah, I really, rest in peace to the great Frankie Chiazzo. What a brother and a half. Check out the
brother
boys.
And a half.
Check out the boys talking shop on YouTube. We haven't promoted that a ton yet because, we just don't think about it. But we got a lot going on. You can find the pod anywhere you want. You can find us on YouTube. Big YouTube stars, as always.
Wherever podcasts are found.
Get well soon from Brooklyn.
Thanks, Brooklyn.
No, it's from Brooklyn, New York. John Simbrat is the name. First off, thank you, boys, for some of the greatest pops of all time through the years of listening to the world's greatest podcasts. Whether it was the big LG making sure Braun Strowman had the mic down his throat, or the sober, repentant version of the pod that I somehow, some effing way, enjoy more than the earlier pods. You guys have kept me entertained for almost a decade now.
Great. I love it.
Living in northern New Jersey, I have all, that's so before I finish reading
northern New Jersey.
That is pretty funny. We keep hearing more and more that people enjoyed those insane, just insane hammered podcasts from Tokyo.
I don't think they're a soft listen because it's just there's too much going on.
There's too much going on. But if you said like we wanted to say one of our RIP to one of our greatest fans, Drugs Delaney, Mark, he just passed away too recently. He's terrible.
Yeah, brutal, man. Brutal.
He used to listen. He used to get off of work and have himself a nice cold drink and just listen to the boys from
and pop
in Tokyo, Japan. But I'm glad that everyone's enjoying the sober version.
Yes, thank you.
Trust me, once again, you're going to hear us one of these days, 5 to 6 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
For 3 to 5 hours a day, and you're going to go, I'm really sick of these guys. They're drawing a line and they're saying, I don't like him.
I love it.
Just like Travis Kelce, everyone used to love him. Now they all hate him. That's what you're going to see.
Did they do a full heel turn on Travis Kelce?
They've done a full heel. Yeah, they've done a full heel.
Well, the brother's more over than him, in my opinion. Now,
well, they were, but they're turning on him a little bit too now because his wife's, obviously his wife has her own podcast and stuff now.
So. And she can't shut her yap. Is that what's going on?
No, well, that's tough. And then also it happens once you start to reach these different things. He grabbed a fan's cell phone and smashed it.
I saw the cell phone thing, which also, you can debate that all day. The guy was being a DICK in the first place, but once you have that level of fame, you don't get to do those things anymore.
You don't get to do those things. Hey, we've had our issues. We know how to deal with this. What? But here's the thing though. It's just once you if you don't like to be in public, or if you're going to take someone's phone and smash it, maybe just don't go. Don't walk through public. Or if you're a little too hammered somewhere, have your big friend Gallows carry you away. It happens. You need to find a friend like Gallows, Jason Kelce. All right, living in northern New Jersey, I have always tried to attend the shows at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Nice. I'm proud to say that I was there live for the return of the Good Brothers back in October of 2022, popping my ass off. You weren't the only one popping, trust me.
That's right, brother.
And for some reason, boy, it's weird how that just didn't get much play. Huh? 4 years earlier, in August of 2018, during SummerSlam weekend in Brooklyn, I had a much different experience thanks to you, Machine Gun.
Oh, boy.
My brother is a massive Markski and happened to be staying at the Talent Hotel that weekend. I was supposed to be there with him on Friday night of that weekend, but I was going through some personal shiz that prevented me from getting there.
Gotcha.
That first night of the weekend, my brother happened to run into you, the big LG, and Shinsuke. And you guys were awesome enough to share a beverage with him. You, Karl, also happened to record a video for me on my brother's phone, sending me wishes and told me, get well soon, good brother.
Good.
Anywho, the next day I happened to make my way to the hotel in Brooklyn, and I just happened to be going up the escalator while you and the big LG were going down it. I took a bold chance and thanked you for the video, to which you remembered me and told me you were happy I made it.
Good.
It's been a lot to me at the time and still does to this day. Anyways, I'll put the mic down and end this promo by saying that I happened to be getting a little pump in that same night that I saw you in the hotel gym, and I shared the room with a very focused Uncle Alan. Nice. He made eye contact for a split second, but he didn't seem as happy to see me as you did, Uncle Gunka. Yeah, good. Let's get Uncle Alan some heat. Enough of the heat on us. Thank you, boy. Yeah, I think sometimes some of these really famous guys forget that they're really famous and they're working out in public, and right. People are going to understand,
Why is he staring
at me? AJ Styles can't believe people are just staring at him in the gym. My God. You've only been 4 times world champion. You've never been jobbed beyond belief. You're a famous fan, Uncle. You got to take it.
I love it.
Thank you, boys, for the laughs and the memories. Look forward to the day you reclaim the tag titles and add another accolade to your prestigious careers. Great email, John.
Great email. That's a great email. What a good personal experience, too. I love that. See, the good brothers, the good boys, making smiles on faces. You gotta
love the boys. Look at this. I love my Bitcoin shirt.
I love your Bitcoin guy.
Since you can see it on YouTube, this is a Bitcoin T-shirt that also has stains that I wore. It was worn. It was
let's back up just one mother effing second here, because I'm looking at you. I don't know that this will make it to YouTube, but I'm looking at you, and you're wearing a vintage, very nice looking Bullet Club beanie, and behind you is the Bitcoin man there, Randall or Jared or whatever his name is that you have there with you at all times, Bobby Bitcoin, but. Turn around. Let's look at the influence the boys have had. That's the exact same font as the Bullet Club shirt on the Bitcoin Bob.
Bobby Bitcoin.
Bobby Bitcoin. Hit him in the nuts for me.
I like when my 6-year-old comes in, I just slap Bobby Bitcoin. Well, shut him in the nuts there, Hope this makes it on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I'm sure your school-age sons pop for that, and so do I, Sydney.
That's about it.
Guy in the nuts.
That's about it there. Hey, I got my Jimmy's Seafood sweatshirt on, as you can see Jimmy's, live on YouTube. I got my Bullet Club beanie on, which I have to have a beanie on. I have to have a hoodie on. It's like 40 degrees in Tampa, Florida. My house is freezing. I'm freezing.
I'm wearing my Mark Lewin purple haze robe as always.
As always. This is a subject crypto again. Nice. From Shoot Slam. Shoot Slam on Instagram.
Shoot Slam on Instagram. I'm going to do a free shout out for him once a week.
Hello again, Hoots.
Hey, Hoots.
Back again on the topic of crypto, this time with a question.
All right.
On the pod, you two have mainly talked about XRP and BTC. So my question is, what other coins have piqued your interest?
Well, last night we both bought some PP.
Just to kick the conversation off, Solana, SOL, and Ethereum, ETH, seem like promising investments. Again, and always, thank you for the entertainment and stay well. Well, thank you for the email.
Well, I will say this. I was thinking about this when I was looking at my little crypto portfolios, and I was thinking that I have slept on Solana. I don't think I've bought Solana since Rocky Romero Satoshi forced me to buy some crypto probably in 2020. And I don't have very much of it. And there's a lot of utility on that Solana chain. So I really think I need to Add some Solana, because I agree, and ETH as well, because ETH trades at what, around $1,000 or something. We don't ever pay attention to those two, but they're like, aren't they like three? They're like 3 and 4, aren't they?
ETH is like 3 right now.
Is it okay?
Like 3,000.
That's how much I'd never pay attention to those.
Yeah, so I don't pay much attention to ETH either, only because I just don't. Something about it hasn't. I should.
Ethereum hasn't triggered our interest for whatever reason, but again, it should. So Solana's trading at where's it trading at? Let's see here. This is interesting stuff. Solana's trading at $185, just went to 186. Ethereum is trading, wow, $3,241 as of right now. Interesting.
Yes, I
think XRP. I will say I'm going to make this call, an outlandish good brother call. I do believe that we will see XRP beat Ethereum.
So Solana, I did throw some in that. I don't have this crazy belief in Solana. I literally just threw a nice chunk in there just to possibly make a nice little profit during this ALT altcoin season, which is going to come up here this year in 2025. I threw a nice little chunk in ADA Cardano.
Yep, me too.
And that's solely just to make a little bit of profit, not stuff that I would believe in to just constantly feed. I won't do that.
No.
I threw a hefty chunk in Pepe coin.
Yeah, me too.
Because I believe, once again, this altcoin season, which you can research yourself, is coming up soon. That will hopefully, which I believe is going to bring a nice quick profit, which you shouldn't be in it for that, but that's just.
I just did an on-air PP buy right now.
Yeah, it's all these little. You can't be in this for quick money.
You can't be in it for quick money, but when you start researching the altcoins, it is kind of fun if you have a sense of humor of a 12-year-old like I do, because you go on like these like CoinGecko, for example, where you can see where anything's traded just to pique your curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so another hobby. So I like to look at what's running the most, and what they always are like small cap, newly launched meme coins. But what I didn't know when I was getting into this was, in the meme coin universe, anybody can make anything. So I was just popping hard, like, fart coin and butthole coin.
Yeah.
All these coins have gone up 13,000%, but I'm like going, are you really going to put your trust in some shady network where you're buying something called butthole and fart coin?
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Come on.
I would say, if you're going to jump into those altcoins,
if you lose a bunch of money on fart coin, I mean, you should have known you were going to lose a bunch of money on fart coin.
You almost deserve it. If you're going to jump into the altcoin stuff, I think just obviously use that with money. Well, you should do any investment with money that you can afford to lose, and is just kind of there. But I would do a lot of research on that. I would look into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP.
Those are all.
We've kind of said it, but like XRP is basically
that's our baby.
XRP has pretty much changed our life. And as soon as it hits once it hits a couple more of these dollars, I'm not sure. Like I said, you might not ever hear from us again. So, but you will, because we're just going to be talking about XRP.
We're not going to shut up, so you'll hear from us.
Talking shop. goodbrothers@gmail.com. Continue the emails coming. Question for you guys from Jeremiah Jacob. I have a question for you both individually.
Hey,
first up, Karl Anderson, when are you going to add a WWE singles title to your collection with a singles run with the big LG as your heater?
Yeah.
Second question for Luke. When are you going to have that 15-year blow-off match with CM Punk?
I mean, I was thinking tomorrow, but I don't know if they're booking it that way.
Yeah. So when am I going to add a WWE singles title to my collection? Listen, I'm trying here. I want one. All right. I've been trying for one for a long time.
Can you imagine seeing a nice singles title around Bobby Bitcoin's waist next time we podcast?
I mean, the Bobby Bitcoin needs one. I mean,
it sure does.
I think a run with a singles title and the big LG as my heater has been something
legendary heater, supporting you all the way for sure.
Trust me, it's something that we've been pushing for a long time. Second question, when is Luke going to have a 15-year blow-off match with CM Punk? I'm going to answer that one. Probably never.
You know what? We can push it to 20. Well,
Yeah,
let's push it to 20.
Let's see how long.
Let's have a 20-year anniversary blow-off match between the Sin-Free Soldier and, of course, the king of straight edge CM Punk. I think it'd be beautiful. There you go.
Subject is we're having ribs from Richard James, Timothy Kirk. Okay. He's got 4. Richard James, Timothy Kirk. That can't be real.
George Jonathan Scott Ross, my good friend Scotty Beach. That's what it says on this driver.
Good brothers, Hoots. Lend me your ears.
Okay.
Wrestling fans have long since heard tales of the ribs played by the late, great Davey Boy Smith and Owen Hart. May they both rest in peace. But who are the current class clowns in the WWE? Are there any pod-friendly ribs that you're able to recount? Inquiring minds want to know.
No.
That's it from me for now. Thank you for reading my last email on air. It popped me and my fellow wrestling friends something huge. Right. I trust all are well, and I hope you have a pleasant festive break. Heal up nice, Carl, and keep making that money. Too sweet, Richard Kirk from Tamworth, Staffordshire, UK.
Love a good UK email. Good email.
So the ribs are gone now.
Yeah, it's a different business. I was having this discussion with my friend yesterday at the local restaurant. He was asking about the locker room. And I said, the locker room's fine. It's very different. We've seen a lot of locker rooms over a lot of years, and it's a younger locker room. There's a lot of positivity, but there's not a lot of room for the old school horsing around.
Well, and also you don't listen. The schedule, it ain't the same no more.
So the relationships are different because you're not on the road all the time together.
You don't see each other anymore. I mean, you used to. I mean, the last time we were in WWE, I thought these people were close to my absolute best friends.
Your lifelong friends. You're going to move in the same neighborhood when you're older.
Then we left WWE, and they never texted me again. And I went, what the hell? Then I'm reaching out to them going, hey, didn't we used to be good friends? Too sweet? No, nothing.
Hey, we're not friends. All right. See you.
Yeah, sorry.
Have fun at SmackDown, man.
Sorry, I'm at Impact now. I don't know what happened. I mean, how's that my fault?
All right.
Brother me softly. What's up, boys? Too sweet me. I know the good brothers have repented and now have toned back the brother lifestyle. There we go.
Yeah.
I have also toned things down a bit with all my boozing as I've gotten older. Recently, I went too hard in the paint in Lake Tahoe.
Went too hard in the paint in Lake Tahoe. Well,
I paid the price with a 24-hour hangover, which sucked.
Oh, that sounds terrible, doesn't it?
I don't know if it was the whiskey I had, but man, I felt like a crippled goose the next day.
It was the whiskey you had. I know.
My question is, did you boys ever have any tricks of the trade to help with your hangover? Obviously, don't drink. No. Works great. Thanks for all the pods, as I truly look forward to them every week. I hope your shoulder is healing fast, Carl. P.S. Tell Doc we might have to change his name to Luke Lizzie, since I heard he loves hot dogs.
Hey, I'm not like Kim Jong-un. Hot dogs are not banned in the Gallows household, okay?
Oh man,
last night I made the little boys here some cheddar wursts, and they had a nice time eating them.
Man, you know what I had last night? I used the keto hot dog buns, which are ridiculous. If you want to eat, if you think you're gonna eat keto and you're getting the Nature's Life keto buns,
I'm having burgers today with Nature's Life keto buns.
Get out of the keto business. Don't say you're keto. It's ridiculous. Look at the ingredients on these.
Look at the ingredients and just know that you'd be better off eating that son of a gun without the bun.
Or just eat. You might as well just eat the real bun because you'd probably be healthier.
It would probably, you'd have less poison in it.
But with that said, I ate the bun I ate the keto buns, and they were amazing. I had 2 cheese dogs.
Bread eater, Anderson.
I'm eating it. I'm going. I mean, I just don't understand. It's just impossible.
Did Kim Jong-un cross your mind? And you thought, why would he get rid of that?
Kim Jong-un crossed my mind, and I thought, what the hell is wrong with Kim Jong-un? So Gallows did so. So I understand a 24-hour hangover. I also understand a 48-hour hangover.
Well, I don't think we don't have a remedy for a hangover. And I'm going to give you a secret that all these legendary drinkers that you've seen over the years are not telling you. There is no remedy for a hangover. We had things to get the hate out of us so that we could function, like the sauna, the gym, all these things. Yeah. And I remember when we were going hard in the paint in Lake Tahoe, we would get done the sauna and the gym and we would go, boy, I'm glad we did that, but I still feel like shit.
And I mean, after the workout in the sauna, I felt worse.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're like, oh, well, you got to get the hate out of your system. Okay, it's out. How do you feel now? Terrible.
Terrible. I'm shivering. So I think, so yes, obviously don't drink works great. And I'm going to say this, like
take a CBD gummy.
I don't say many never evers or not or whatever, but being like actually drink free and not brother sober, not fake sober, or brother having a couple of drinks here. I mean, I've
zero alcohol.
Honestly, say I've had zero alcohol for over a year.
Yeah, you're going to go to 500 days and then 1,000.
And the thought of having a hangover now, and even just taking like a thought of like taking a shot of Tito's or smashing a beer, it gives me like anxiety because I know how it would feel. Yeah, I know how it feels. I did it first. I did it. Yeah. I'll tell you the best thing that I ever did that made me feel better after a hangover. So make sure you get up, try to drink water, which tastes terrible. Awful. I take a really hot shower. Terrible. You'll feel terrible. I'm not saying you're going to feel good. I'm trying to give you the outlook for the day. Do not put a calorie in your system because you're going to think, boy, I got to get some food. I'm starving to death. I'm starving. Just drink your water. Go take a long hot shower and think about what the hell I did to myself last night. Mm-hmm. Get out of that hot shower. You're still going to feel terrible. Dry off. Put some lotion on. Feel your heart beating out of its chest.
Your heart talking to you.
Go to the gym. Work out. You're going to feel terrible.
For sure.
Make sure you do 30 minutes of cardio. Sweat beyond belief with a big hoodie on. You're going to feel terrible the whole time.
Yeah.
Finish doing that, sweating profusely. You're going to still feel terrible.
For sure.
Sit in the sauna for 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. It's going to feel terrible, but it's going to feel just a little better than it did. Still terrible.
Right.
Finish the sauna. Take a shower. Mm-hmm. Still like, oh man, this still sucks. now sit inside of a cold tub.
Yeah.
For as long as you can. I'm saying 5 minutes. When you get out of that cold tub, you're going to start to go, hold on a second. I'm starting to feel like 1% better.
The cold tub it's such a thing that it takes your mind off of it. Sit down all the way to your chin's in the water so that it's going up those veins in your neck.
Yeah.
It will temporarily take your mind off of it. What does stink is once you're out and your body's warmed itself back up, you again will feel shitty. Just maybe, like he said, 1% better.
Yeah, you'll feel 1% better. And then there's a chance of feeling a little better, like, as
in the evening.
Yeah, as it keeps moving on. Hey, we got some some ghost talk. El Salvadorian ghosts from Dennis Cotto.
That's what I've been waiting on.
What's up, good brothers? My name is Dennis, and a big fan of the boys. I have 2 stories for you, and the first one is about La Ciguanaba.
Okay.
A ghost woman who appears too drunk and abusive men so she appears to drunk and abusive men.
Oh, men who are abusive and drunk.
Yes, they're drunk and abusive as a beautiful temptress in the evening, but later reveals her true, sometimes horsehead form.
Oh, yes. I like
When my dad was 21 years old, he was on his farm and he heard a woman that sounded like his ex calling him to the river that ran by the barn. So his dumbass went thinking that he was going to get brothered softly. Instead, he ran into the ghost woman.
Oh, Lord.
He swung his machete
He swung his machete at the woman?
That he always carried.
Okay.
But it obviously did nothing because it was a ghost. Yeah.
He was going to cut her head off if she was in real form. That's scary as well.
He claimed she touched him, and he almost died and suffered from delirium and fever for 3 days.
Good God.
He claims that when he knew he needed to leave and cross the border to get to North New York City.
This is an unreal email, dude.
The second one, El Cadejo.
Okay.
A dog-like creature with goat-like hooves.
Can you say hooves again?
Is it hooves?
Hooves. He's got these little goat hooves.
Go like hooves. HOOVES. Spell it right, man.
I'm not saying you're saying it wrong. And that's
a dog-like creature that goat. A dog-like creature with goat-like hooves that
Hooves.
moves
Hooves.
that moves like a goat.
A dog like hoot.
There is a good white cadejo and an evil black cadejo. Both are spirits that appear at night to travelers. The white cadejo protects them from harm and danger during their journey, while the
I like
black
that one.
cadejo, sometimes an incarnation of the devil, tries to kill them. My
That's a
dad and
great
uncle
one.
used to pick cotton on their farm before going to school, and they ran into the little black dog. The dog was following them when my uncle decided to shoo him away by throwing a rock at it.
I thought he was going to use his machete on him.
They laughed and kept picking cotton when they heard a deep growl. They turned around, and the little dog was now a big black dog with red eyes and goat-like hooves.
Hooves.
It chased my dad and uncle, struck my uncle in the back, and ran off.
Really?
My uncle had a big scar running down his back and was afraid of dogs for the rest of his life. My dad is still terrified of goats.
Really?
I hope you enjoy these stories. Keep spreading the stories around, and hopefully this crypto bullshit makes us all a lot of money. I agree with that. I like that. I like the ending part. Dennis Cotto, that's a couple of very interesting.
So do you believe these stories?
Well, we need to look this up, LG. Look up La, L-A,
Ella.
another word, Sigu. Anaba, La Siguanaba.
Sigue, right? Oh, no, it comes right up. It came
Yeah.
up without you even look at this. The La Sigua, La Sejohet, or Siguanabe, or Sigua, is a supernatural character from Central American folklore, though it can also be heard in Mexico. It is a shape-shifting spirit that typically takes the form of an attractive, long-haired woman seen from behind. She lures men away into danger before revealing her face to be that of a horse, or alternatively, a skull.
And
La Ciguinaba and its variants may have been brought to Latin America from Spain during the colonial period, used by the colonists as a means of exercising control over the indigenous and mestizo population.
now, is there a reason why you're doing it with the accent? Or
No, I just felt it. The La Ciguamba came through me, is what happened, actually.
yeah, no.
I looked down and I had hooves when I was
and the El
reading
Cadejo comes right up as well. So
yeah, I'm a hooved-like creature.
wow, we have another love advice email. Love advice from the
Thanks
hoops.
to the Lovelorn from Vic Venom. Here we go.
Aloha, good brothers, from the 9th island of Hawaii, Las Vegas. My name is Kamakanu.
The Supreme
OG
Machine, comma.
I'm an OG fan and a former indie wrestler. Me and my late mother, good sister, Kiss Holiday, would listen to the brothers and bust out laughing when I had to take her to dialysis treatments at 5 a.m.
Good.
I know she's too sweet and from heaven.
Oh, too sweet, sister.
Too sweet. I'm seeking some love advice from the boys.
Please.
Boys, she says. There's a lovely woman, he says. There's a lovely woman I've known for 2 years now.
A woman?
She and I started out dating from online dating app, and we kind of jumped too quickly into things and broke it off.
Shocking.
We weren't in the best place personally, and both of us are working on ourselves. She had a very traumatic childhood, and I am working through my own stuff. I myself am in therapy, and so is she.
Yep.
We are both very good friends now and spend loads of time together. After soul searching and therapy, I've come to the root of my issues and am bettering myself.
Nice.
And I'm even going to plumbing school.
Perfect.
Hey, I've also found that I still have extremely strong feelings for her and love her very much.
Oh boy, this is
so much.
This is where it gets a little muddy in the water.
So much that I want to have a real future with her.
Okay, how does she feel about this?
This woman gave me the confidence to think I could be a good father when I said I wouldn't be. But her feelings aren't the same.
Ew.
But did she say that no one knows what the future holds? She did say that no one knows what the future holds. Should I still pursue and try, or should I just give up? Appreciate you reading the long email, brothers. Brother me softly. Kamakanu. I love that name.
It's a great name.
Las Vegas, baby. Listen, too sweet to your beautiful mother in heaven.
Too sweet in heaven, brother. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. That's cool.
I love that story, man. That's I can hear you. I can hear people busting out laughing. I've seen videos of people watching Talking Shopomania and just losing it. I've read tweets and I've read emails about people talking about almost crashing their car laughing so hard.
It's great.
One of my favorite videos is a wife videoing her husband laughing and punching the
pillow on the couch.
And punching the couch as hard as he can and every stupid thing we were doing. LG, you got some advice for him on this one here?
Well, I think if you really care about this girl and you fixed yourself, but she's not ready for it yet, there's nothing wrong with being friends with her, but so you don't overstep or make it weird. I think you can be friends with her, you can be open with her, but be open to dating as well. And you can tell her about that. And then her feelings will either change or stay the same. Hopefully you have at the very least a lifelong friend.
I've got great advice for you in this. Congrats on bettering yourself. Congrats on doing therapy and going to plumbing school. That's good stuff, dude. Because now you're going to have another asset, another tool in the asset box that you can make a little money in, and you can throw
and you're always going to be able to unclog your own pipes. So maybe you don't need a girlfriend. Who knows?
Here's the thing: you told her how you feel. She's told you how she feels.
Yep.
And again, she also said, "Who knows what the future holds?
Who knows?"
And as long as you guys are still friends, here's my advice.
There we go.
Just be your best friend, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And just keep continuing being the best friend. And try your hardest to shut off the romantic feelings.
Don't be turning on the waterworks in front of her now.
Just be friends with this girl, and just be best friends with this girl, and then be open. And you never know. Hey, you guys can still hang out and do a bunch of things. If she goes on a date with a guy, say great, enjoy yourself. Let me know how it goes afterwards. And you just never know. And then maybe you meet a girl and you can be friends with, and you guys can all do dates together. Just keep being friends with her, because you literally never know what the future can hold.
Beautiful advice.
I mean, that's really the best thing you can do. I got to talk to this guy here.
All right. Who is this guy?
I got to talk to him.
Let's get it out of here. I can already see you shaking your head.
I mean, this is from Raptors Leafs. I'm not going to say the rest of the email, but I want to. I want to. I'm looking right directly at the camera. I want to, pal. And listen, I'm not going to put this over. I'm looking right in the camera. I'm not going to put this over, and it's not funny.
I need you to forward it to me.
So don't send this kind of stuff anymore.
I'm dying to know.
Me and my cousin, 2019. Hi, good brothers. Big fan. Here's me and my cousin Daniel pictured ringside with you and Karl from 2019 SmackDown Orlando. Two sweet boys. I'm sure that's true. And then you send a picture of your anteater, man.
Come on. Stop. Why? Damn it. Why did you put the email over? Why did you put the email over?
Those aren't funny. Don't send those to me.
What is wrong with you? He really sent that?
I just forwarded it to you.
I don't want it to be forwarded to me now.
The team just forwarded it to you. This subject is, listen, I'm not putting that over. Don't send anteaters to me. KA's fasting plan. Hey, good brothers.
Come on.
Belated.
Jesus Christ.
Don't put it over, LG. Hey, good brothers. Happy belated Christmas. I hope both you and your families are doing well. Quick question, since some of us brothers aren't made of money. In the voice, LOL. Big LOL, of course. Our fans like to put the LOL in the
because they like to hear you read it and respond to it.
That's true. Parentheses in the voice, LOL.
I love it.
So when you wrote in the voice, did you laugh out loud after you wrote?
Yes, he did. He went in the voice. And then he continued.
Does it have to be steak, or can it be another protein like hamburger or chicken? Thank you.
Yes, of course it can.
So
get your protein in.
Let me tell you why I start out. Listen, here's what you need to do. Wake up in the morning, work out. Don't eat anything until about 2:00. Have an apple, have a banana. If you're still hungry, have another apple, have another banana. Wait until don't snack whatsoever. At 6 p.m., have yourself a steak and then have yourself a sweet potato or a potato. Then don't eat anything else, but get full during that meal. Eat some vegetables if you want to. Get full. Then before bed, a banana and peanut butter. Here's the thing. I just say steak because I know I'm going to get questions like this. And you start asking different questions. Then you start saying, hey, can I have the keto bread also? Hey, can I have the keto bread and mayonnaise doesn't have carbs in it? Can I put a little mayonnaise on it? Listen, I already know how people are going to be. I'm one of them.
One of my favorites was one of our, I'm not going to call him out by name, but it just is hilarious. We're having this real fasting talk, all of us, and we all need it. And he goes, but you can drink vodka when you're fasting, right? And we said, well, no. Why would you be able to drink vodka while you're not fasting for one? And no, you cannot do that when you're dieting.
Well, and it's not because it's I used to have these kind of talks with strongman all the time. John Anderson on the New Japan bus. And then he would tell me what to do, how to eat, what to do. I said, perfect.
And you were the guy asking the questions like, hey, can I have a beer?
And then I'd get on the bus. And I'd have a hot dog but on a stick with no bread. And I'd take ketchup and I'd spray the ketchup right on the hot dog. And John would go, listen, I'm glad that you're attempting the hey, you're doing the no carb thing. But I told you no sauce. I said, well, what's wrong with ketchup? He said, well, because ketchup has a lot of sugar in it. And I went, well, is it just a little bit or is it not? He goes, listen, fella, listen.
Mustard, that's it.
Enough. Yeah.
Mustard has nothing in it.
Either do the plan or not. Like Corey Gregory, maxeffortmuscle.com. Go to the Corey G app, figure it out. I'm telling you, he'll tell you this. Listen, the reason, just stick to the plan. Yes, if you want to have chicken, great. If you want to have a burger or beef instead of steak, great. But if I start to just remember this: take some meat, take a steak, a sweet potato, a baked potato, or vegetables, and move on. But yes, you can have a chicken. Okay.
He was just asking economically if he couldn't eat steak every night, if he could replace the protein. And I think
of course you can. There's also really cheap steak out there too, bro.
You don't have to eat a ribeye. Get yourself a little skirt steak or something.
Yeah, have yourself a little jabroni steak, like a sirloin or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can get a big ass ground chuck steak if you cut it up and you cook it right. I mean, it's like a poor man's ribeye. I love it.
Listen, instead of investing your $3,000 a week into XRP, take $1,500 and go buy a bunch of steak. You know what I mean?
Financial advice with the machine gun. No wonder the Motor City Machine Guns wanted to steal your name, huh?
Oh my God, just stole everything, just took everything from me.
Just hashtag thievery.
All right. Hey, listen, guys, keep sending us emails. Last email, as we wind down here for the day on this beautiful Sunday.
I got to go to the port and pick up my mother.
LG has to go pick up his mom. Camden, New Jersey is the subject. What's up, Hoots?
I used to live in Camden, New Jersey.
I was putting together an omnibus collection of all the Talking Shop episodes from Talk is Jericho and listen to them again over the holiday.
I'm sorry, bud.
In one of the episodes, yeah, man, you got a lot of time on your hand. I mean, what the heck is wrong with you?
He had a Christmas break. What do you want him to do?
In one of the episodes, Gallows casually dropped that he spent time living in Camden, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, in typical Talking Shop fashion, this was quickly stepped on. Oh, yeah. And the conversation veered off into a completely different direction almost immediately. I can't even listen to those Talk is Jericho talking.
No, it makes me feel too weird.
Those were terrible. I mean, dude, we did one during the AEW days when we were there where I just fell asleep during it, and everyone thought my mic was off. Thankfully, it never released.
Yeah, that one was unreleasable for sure. We got a snoring man here.
I don't think anybody doing the pod remembers me falling asleep either, though. Growing up in Camden, New Jersey myself, I was wondering if you could share any stories of your time in the most dangerous little city in America. I'm not looking for a deep dive. Yeah. I'm not looking for a deep dive, just a little waist-high splashing. Damon in Jacksonville. Thank you for the email.
So I lived right on the border of Gloucester City and Camden. And Camden at the time, I didn't have any money. I went up to New Jersey because at the time in the early 2000s, this was probably 2000. I started in 02, maybe 03, summer of 03. I go up there because at the time, all the hot indies were in the northeastern part of the United States, and all the guys that were getting paid attention to were there. So I thought if I moved there, I'll just be immersed in that scene. Well, I wasn't. I did a bunch of little crappy indies and had a crappy job. But what I do remember is this: the only thing I really had to my name was a subscription to the old Maxim magazine. And the first Maxim magazine I got, I lived in an apartment over a garage, and I'll give that little bit of the story because there's not much else.
No, it's good.
And I got the Maxim magazine. I'm sitting there on my little mattress on the floor reading it, and it said the most dangerous city in America, Camden, New Jersey, right where I was sitting. And I thought, damn it, that sucks. But there was a Hell's Angel guy. He was really nice to me. Sometimes I'd come home from my job at the fence company, and he'd be eating my food and drinking my beer in my little kitchenette because he got into a fight with his wife.
Eating your hot dogs.
Yeah, eating my hot dogs. And then I came home one day, and my block was surrounded by the police, and he was revving his motorcycle. I swear to God. And I got upstairs to my thing somehow because I said I need my stuff. And he revved the motorcycle up, I swear, and he drove under their clothesline and drove straight through their fence that we built him on his motorcycle with the police chasing him and rode off into the sunset like out of a movie. And he was never seen again. And I moved out about 2 weeks later, but he ran off from the cops, and I don't think that they ever caught him. So wherever you are, Vince, thanks for letting me live above your motorcycle garage for those 3 months. God bless you.
It's still funny that you used to live there.
Oh yeah.
That is funny. Do we
have
time for the last one?
Yeah, come on.
Putting the boys over is a subject.
Well, I always have time for that.
Hey, shoot name Chad and shoot name Drew. My name is Kyler.
Hello, Kyler.
Kyle with an L or Tyler with a K. I just wanted to retell about the time I met the Good Brothers in August of 2021.
I never know where these are going.
I know. Because listen, 2020, 2021, 2022, very weird times for the Good Brothers. Very, very, very fun, but it's a little insane. Kind of hard to remember them. Yeah. I used to brother around the streaming service space. For one project, we got sent to Nashville, Tennessee to do a piece on Mickey James.
Okay.
On the flight down, my producer friend caught me listening to the worst podcast ever, Tiz Shiz.
That was a mark.
And asked me how long I've been a fan. I said the Tokyo Dome Hotel days. Fast forward backstage at an Impact taping shooting some B-roll of Mickey. My producer friend stooges me out to Mickey that I'm a big LG mark. Mickey instantly calls for the best big man in the biz to come over and meet me. Thinking on my feet, I have the director of chaos. And thinking on my feet, I give the director of chaos a good brother handshake. Parentheses, just a thumb and two fingers. The pop from Drewski will always remain with me. He's a worker. This guy's a worker, he shouts as Karl walks over fashionably late. I think Karl had some sort of hardcore match. He had some black jeans on and a wet black t-shirt. I told Karl he was the coolest wrestler alive. He looked out into the distance and mumbled something like, I know, playing into the insanity of who he is in this business. This email is getting a little long and hopefully grammatically correct, but the night ended up at the oldest bar in Nashville where my producer buddy and I blacked out at the hands of the evil, non-repentant Good Brothers. If y'all want that story, we'll talk about that on another day.
It's a deep dive for another day.
I hope you had a happy new year. Your producer buddy of New Jersey. Well, he sent
happy new year, dude. What a story.
He sent an awesome picture.
You have to forward me that. Don't forward me those other things anymore.
I'll forward. Yeah, I'm not putting over anybody's stuff anymore.
I can't believe you said that guy's email.
Putting the boys. That was a great email. Great email. Thank you, Kyler. Hey, those are the kind of stories we love. Hey, give us positive stories of meeting the Good Brothers. Those are fun ones.
Those are the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys. Listen, Talking Shop goodbrothers@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to us on this beautiful Sunday morning. I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday. There's playoff football all day today.
Yeah, sure is.
Enjoy it. Enjoy time with your family. Enjoy time with your loved ones and your friends. LG, I hope you have a beautiful day. For the big LG, for the machine gun, XRP and Bitcoin. It's gonna make you guys never hear from us again.
It's gonna make you hear from us more, just different locations.
You're gonna hear from us. We're gonna be recording from an island.
More than you're ever gonna want.
Boys do 7 hours of podcasting. Why? Because they have so many kids. They have to find things to do, but they also have so much money. They don't. They have to just find things to do.
Real world problems.
Hey guys, have a beautiful, beautiful day. SmackDown on Friday nights, Raw on Netflix tomorrow night. Check us out.
Good brother coin.